The national unemployment rate has been hovering around 9%, and that means 14 million Americans are looking for work in one of the toughest economies since the Great Depression. But what is unfortunate, some might even say shameful, is that almost 1 million of those Americans looking for work are veterans returning home after valiantly serving our country. The unemployment rate for veterans of Afghanistan and Iraq is an undefensible 12.1%. It represents a significant blow to young men and women who are returning home after serving their country in very difficult circumstances. In 2010, 36% of the Afghanistan and Iraq era veterans were unemployed for longer than 26 weeks. Again, that is a shameful statistic. And this unfortunate trend is mirrored in my home state of Rhode Island. We have a very high unemployment rate, 10.5%, one of the highest in the nation. And we have been, unfortunately, in that category for almost 2 years now. But for veterans, the rate is 11.1%. They're even doing worse than other non-veterans in the employment market. Now, this particular legislation before us, targeted at veterans, would provide incentives for businesses to hire these veterans, including a tax credit of $2,400 for hiring a veteran who has been unemployed for more than 4 weeks but less than 6 months, a $5,600 tax credit for hiring a veteran who's been looking for a job more than 6 months, and a $9,600 tax credit for hiring veterans with service-connected disabilities who've been looking for a job for more than 6 months. These incentives will help veterans secure employment, and they should be passed immediately. These veterans deserve our help as they transition from their military service to their civilian careers. They have incredible skills of leadership, of diligence, of dedication, of self-discipline that add to their technical skills and make them incredibly important for the growth of our economy. And they have to have the opportunity to use these skills for the benefit of their communities, as they did to defend their country. Now, earlier this week, I was with the President. We announced these initiatives and more. And after that visit to the Rose Garden, I went up to Walter Reed Military Hospital Center at Bethesda to visit those young men and women who have served and now who are wounded warriors. And trust me, their spirit is undeterred, their commitment to the country. We owe them much more than we can ever repay. And the first payment in that huge debt is passing immediately this week, this legislation, to help our veterans. So as we celebrate Veterans Day with speeches, we'll have a real accomplishment to bring to the American people and the veterans who serve and defend us today.